Hello, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me today. In the first Top 3 Takeaways video, I discussed The Rhythm of Life by Matthew Kelly, which I had read maybe 12 or 13 years ago. This next little gem I picked up only recently, after I met the author Ron Frost and his beautiful wife Fani at a local event. The short and to the point title is Getting Unstuck. Don't let its small size fool you. This book is chock full of scientific and psychological information. You've probably heard the saying that knowledge is power. Well, that's not quite accurate. It's the application of knowledge that is powerful. And this book helps in that regard as well, because it helps you to figure out how best to apply the ideas in your own life, because it's like a little workbook. Takeaway number 1, found on page 6. You create your own reality. The first chapter of the book begins with a very famous quote by Henry Ford, who said, "If you think you can do a thing, or think you can't, you're right." We've probably all experienced this in our own lives, and yet how often have we allowed negative thoughts to dominate our minds, which affect our actions, which in turn affect our results? Only you can change your thoughts. Only you can control them. But how? That takes us into our next takeaway, number 2, found on page 26. Neurons that fire together, wire together. This phrase was coined by a Canadian neuropsychologist in 1949. The meaning behind this phrase comes from the discovery of how neurological pathways in the brain can be strengthened through the effect of repeated thoughts, feelings, and experiences. This idea was also found in Napoleon Hill's classic, Think and Grow Rich, which will be the subject of a future video. Our subconscious mind comprises a whopping 95% of our brain activity, leaving only 5% for our conscious mind. Thus, our consciousness is only the tip of the iceberg. So you can see how extremely important it would be to alter our subconscious mind to rid it of negative thoughts, which affect our actions, which in turn affect our results. In order to make the most of this important discovery, we need to understand how best to apply it in our own lives. To trick our brains, we need to express our thought or desire in the present tense, as if it's already happening. It's best to express your thought out loud in your own voice. However, you might not want to do this when others are around, because they might consider you crazy. So for instance, if you're in real estate, you might say something like, "I'm so happy now that I've sold 10 homes this month." And then we use our imaginations to picture ourselves in that scenario. Elite athletes do this all the time. For example, a basketball player might visualize the ball swishing through the net for a free throw. And here's the critical piece of the puzzle that pulls it all together. We must feel the emotion as if we have already obtained our desire. This is not some hocus pocus. Neuroscience actually backs this process as a means of attaining our goals. We have a reticular activator system, which is a bundle of nerves at the base of our spine. It filters through the billions of pieces of information that's coming at us from all around. It helps filter out most of this information, letting only the important stuff gets through. So whatever you think about expands. Have you observed that if you purchased a new car, you would start seeing that model on the roads all over? Or when a woman gets engaged, she would start noticing engagement rings. Or if she's expecting, she would start noticing other pregnant women. The same holds true for our goals. If we focus on our goals, we will start noticing opportunities that will allow us to achieve those goals. You can look up Dr. Joe Dispenza here on YouTube to listen to his explanations of how these concepts work from his years of research, along with his own personal experience with healing a severe spine injury with his thoughts alone. Our mind is a powerful and incredible gift. Takeaway number 3 is found on page 45. Passion is a key ingredient in leading a joyous and prosperous life. Here's a quote from Oprah Winfrey. Passion is energy. Feel the power that comes from focusing on what excites you. The one common denominator of all successful entrepreneurs is that they are absolutely passionate about the business that they're in. Each of us was put on earth to live great, inspiring, and passionate lives. We've each been given particular gifts and talents. Only we can fulfill our purpose or mission. Here's a bonus takeaway from page 121. Gratitude is the healthiest of all human emotions. Zig Ziglar, a popular motivational speaker who passed away in 2012, said, "The more you express gratitude, the more likely you will have even more to express gratitude for." Okay, time to review. Takeaway number 1, you create your own reality. Number 2, neurons that fire together, wire together. Number 3, passion is a key ingredient in creating a joyous and prosperous life. And the bonus, gratitude is the healthiest of all human emotions. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you found it helpful. Please feel free to leave your thoughts, questions, or personal experiences in the comments below. I'll see you soon. God bless you.